This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity. We're back here in the stronghold of Cadnua, and we have a few conversations to have here. So let's talk to Gata, this animancer who's come requesting an audience, and see what she wants. I'm Gata. I'm a researcher in the field of animancy. I could use some assistance if you're willing to hear me out. Very well, let's hear it. You call your allies together and motion for the petitioner to step forward. Standing there looking all intimidating. I'm looking into the Beowick problem. That is, forces that can unhouse souls from their vessels. I'm trying to develop some kind of defense to protect people against these forces. Too little too late. Where were you to protect me when I got sucked up by a Beowick? The trouble is, investigating what unhouses souls in the first place requires, well, souls. I haven't been able to arrange any test subjects. I need your help. We've lost so many people to these Beowicks already. Imagine if we could prevent such things from ever happening again. Perhaps you can use something other than Kith. I'd like a moment to discuss this with my people. Oh, of course. Don't mind me. Gata steps back politely out of hearing range. Aloth, follow Gata to the lab. See to it the research is destroyed, but don't hurt her. A prudent choice, Katie. Motion for your guest to return. Did you come to a decision? Aloth will accompany you. I'm sure he can help you find some test subjects. Excellent. With your help, I'm sure we'll be on track to develop a cure in no time. Thank you so much for this. Aloth will be busy for 4 days. I usually send Aloth out on all the little side quests that pop up. Alright, so that'll be done in 3 days, 25 hours. Sagani's off escorting a supplicant. So the only other person I have left in the base to do something would be Heravius if I need him. Alright, let's speak to this palace messenger. Greetings, milady. I bear an urgent message from Chancellor Warren of Defiance Bay. He requests that you meet with him at your earliest convenience in the Ducal Palace. Your claim on Cadnua has been called into question by the Gathbin family. Earl Badamar has issued a ruling on the matter, but both you and Lord Gathman must be present. Who is Chancellor Warren? He's an arbiter of legal matters for Earl Badamar of the Grasp. Tell me about this Lord Gathman. An old Adiran lineage, I believe. He looks around the Great Hall. The former lord of this stronghold, a distant relative of Lord Gathman, allied himself with the losing side during the War of Defiance. Cadnua is mine. I've spent a lot of money upgrading this place. The Gathman family disagrees. As your claim is not based on lineage, an official ruling is required to remedy this dispute. I'll go meet him then. The Chancellor will await you in the records room of the Ducal Palace in First Fires. The messenger bows, then strides away. Alright, a call to court. Quite literally. Travel to the Ducal Palace in the First Fires district of Defiance Bay. My ownership of Cadnua is in doubt. I must meet with Chancellor Warren at the Ducal Palace in First Fires to discuss the matter. Alright. So that's one thing they want us to do. I'm like a sliver away from 11 too. Let's talk to the steward about this whole Durgan's Battery thing. What does it say? It says a letter has arrived addressed to its new ruler. Alright, let's find out about this letter.
My lady, you've received a letter. Delivered with some urgency, as it happens. I thought the messenger might swoon, poor dear. It's from Stalwart. Apparently the mayor, Renengild, has heard of your success here at Cadnua, and hopes you can be of aid to her people as well.
Where is Stalwart?
Stalwart is located within the mountain range known as the White March, which puts it several days' journey northeast of here. You'll want to wear something warm.
That's a long way for a letter.
People like you come few and far between. And in this case, I believe Renengild is correct in suggesting that your experiences here may give you an edge. It seems she's intent on gaining access to Durgan's battery. And she's offering quite the reward to anyone who can get inside.
What the fuck is Durgan's battery?
A reward, she says, for getting into the battery. That's a reward of its own, surely.
What is Durgan's battery?
The dwarves of the battery fashioned Durgan steel, and with it they crafted the finest arms and armor the Deerwood has ever known. But the keep has been abandoned for centuries, and none remain that know their secrets.
Okay, well that sounds intriguing.
There are many legends concerning the battery. As the Earl told it, the dwarves fought amongst themselves, each seeking to use the battery to further his or her own ambitions. Greed and cruelty brought down the battery, and now the spirits of those same dwarves roam the halls.
Of course there's gonna be angry dwarf spirits.
Whatever happened, the battery has been impenetrable ever since. A shame. I don't doubt that there are great treasures still within those halls.
Perhaps I'll pay Stalwart a visit. I'm sure the wonders of the battery are a marvel to behold, but if the passes through White March were to open again, it would be boon to merchants of the Republics, and the Deerwood, of course.
I should mention that among those rumored to have answered Renengild's summons is a certain group I believe you may have an interest in.
Oh, really?
Followers of Woodica, intent on reaching Stalwart and the battery. I do not know what they seek there, but I thought it worth mentioning, given your interest in the ruins at Defiance Bay.
Ah, the leaden key, rearing their ugly head.
Now that I've delivered Renengild's message, there is also a local matter of some concern, my lady.
Oh, really?
A mercenary band has been sighted to the northeast. I believe they mean to take Consul Hot's tower, and I don't expect the Archmage will go quietly. If the Torn Bannermen succeed in claiming Consul Hot's lands, they may find Cadnua a tempting target. I fear you may have to deal with them eventually, one way or another.
Who's Consul Hot?
A famed Archmage. I am given to understand that the Brackenberry Sanitarium puts much stock in his work, as regards the manipulation of the soul. His spells are widely circulated. But he is poorly regarded in many circles. Some call him a madman, or else cruel and barbarous. He must be very old by now. Perhaps that is why the Torn Bannermen believe they can best him.
Do you know anything else about these mercenaries?
Little enough, I'm afraid. The Torn Bannermen are well supplied and well organized, and there are rumors that they are backed by an unknown benefactor. They have proved remarkably effective in the past, and they are certainly a threat now.
Farewell.
Safe travels, my lady.
Alright, Durgan's Battery. The people of Stalwart have asked me to open up Durgan's Battery, a deserted dwarven fortress, and find the White Forge. Their mayor, Renengild, will probably have more information on the matter. Stalwart lies in the White March, and the journey will take several days. New quest, Siege of Kragholt. The steward of Cadnua has informed me of a recent conflict on a remote bluff in the Deerwood. The Torn Bannermen, a feared collection of mercenaries, have besieged the manor of a local legend, the Archmage Consulhat. The conflict is over a mysterious magical artifact. The steward believes I should investigate the problem to ensure the safety of Cadnua. Consulhat's manor is located to the northeast of Cadnua. It sits atop a remote bluff known as Craghold. To travel to Craghold and ascertain the situation. Alright. So I have several different things I can do at this point. I think... first things first...
My lady, I have heard terrible things. I worried you would not return. Is it true that there are riots in Defiance Bay? And that Evar Wolfgren has been slain?
I'll stoically nod.
How terrible. But I am glad that you are unharmed, my lady. I can only hope the city recovers.
What's the state of the keep?
Word of Cadnua is spreading far and wide. I expect we'll be receiving visitors from every corner of the world soon. I can't tell you how wonderful it is seeing this place restored to its original grandeur. Thank you, my lady. This keep only reflects what you have done for us. A monument, if you will. I've kept you too long, haven't I? I'll give you my report.
Alright, and we've seen the report, of course. Alright, so what do we want to do first? I'm thinking we go straight to Stalwart. And we save the other stuff for later. That's my feeling at this point. So there's Cragholt now on my map. There's the White March way over there. So I don't need to do anything with buying, selling, or any of that business. I'm all set there. I'm all squared away. I'm thinking... we could go talk to the person in the Ducal Palace first. Now let's go straight to Stalwart. So here we go. I'm gonna save my game before I go there. Oh yeah, one very major difference this time. My previous playthrough up to this point, or up to the point where I started today, took 176 hours. With all of the reading everything slowly and all of the voice acting and all of the stopping to talk to the chat and the slow combats on Path of the Damned, 176 hours. This playthrough, up to that point, 55 hours. So less than 1/3 of the amount of time it took me this time. It's a pretty big difference. Alright, let's go. Ooh, it's like a whole other map. Alright, Stalwart Village. Let's do this. It'll take me 24 hours. That's all? I thought it was further away than that. Your party is considered high level for the content in the White March. If you would like, the critical path can be increased in difficulty to give you more of a challenge. The rewards you receive will be the same regardless of the option you choose. Your choice cannot be changed once it has been selected. Well, we'll take the high level route. We don't want to over level it too much. New loading screen. Ooh.
You set out for Stalwart. The White March rises up in the distance, stretching to the north and south as far as the eye can see. It beckons to you with peaks like broken fingers. The road thins to a tattered ribbon, and the shadow of the mountains falls across your path. You've barely begun your climb when the darkening sky pummels you with hailstones and turns the ground beneath you to ice. You press on. The air grows thin, and the treacherous mountain passes funnel screeching winds past your ears. A blizzard forces you to make camp for 3 days, huddling for safety while snow piles around your refuge.
There's always a storm.
At last the weather clears, and you approach Stalwart under a crisp blue sky. There's a noise, high and sharp, coming from the village that sounds at first like another frozen gale. But when you top the rise and reach the village's wooden gates, you see what lies beyond them.
What is this high and sharp noise?
It's Darzier! With a whole pack of them!
We can
Holy
take
shit.
these bastards!
Okay, shit is going down. There's some upgrades, there's some updates on my stronghold though I should take a look at. I just showed up here and all kinds of crazy killing is taking place. Lots of stuff is updating in the corner there. Let's see. Sagani returns. Aloth traveled to Gata's lab and promptly knocked her out. He then ransacked the laboratory, retrieving all of Gata's research. I'm not sure that that's what I wanted him to do exactly. What the fuck? Paid some hirelings. There's a supplicant here. Alright. Aravius. Kill Darzier in Stalwart Village. I've reached the village only to find it embroiled in a desperate battle with ogres. If I kill the ogre leading the raid, Darzier, it should break the ogre's morale and cause them to retreat. Alright, well the first thing that's gonna happen is Adair's gonna run up here by himself. Crag Ogre Cannoneer killed villager. That guy's got a giant portable cannon? Are you fucking kidding me? She's gonna drop a little F on him. Gives him a little extra deflection to start off with. She's gonna move up. He's gonna go after him now that he's knocked a guy prone.
I have them!
These guys have a lot of health. I never used detonate. Let's try it.
secrets whisper here, I shall listen for.
Alright, let's go.
Sure.
You know what this reminds me of? The beginning of Icewind Dale, where you show up to the town and it's like this and it's under attack. That's probably not an accident.
Hmm? Hmm?
What the fuck is the problem here? Why isn't she shooting?
Yeah?
Hey, we leveled up. Cool. I always save right before I level up. Alright, let's get that mechanics up some more. Distracted is useful. Oh, Death Blows is nice. I'm taking Death Blows. Boom. That's pretty nice. Wow, Unbroken is no joke. I'll take Unbroken. That's pretty sweet. Healing Chain. Oh, I like the thought of Sworn Enemy. Yeah, I like that one. I kind of wanted that one the last time. So she has a new activatable ability per encounter. Put that on a hotkey.
Following your lead.
More lore. This is another phrase, huh? Shockwave that inflicts crush damage.
That's pretty sweet. Wow, disintegration is no joke. Ooh, Mind Plague. I like more crowd control type effects for her. Dazed and confused. And it dazes and confuses a bunch more people. So we're gonna take Mind Plague and Amplified Wave.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Let's see, H-Y...
Indeed. I would hear
Alright, so I'm not really sure what's going on here with
thoughts. Just not so often.
why I can't shoot.
I'm ready.
Literally nothing's happening when I'm doing that. I don't understand.
Of course.
I'm ready.
I have them!
Alright, that's how that works.
Sure. Be cautious. Be constant.
This door appears to be barred from the inside. It does not budge. Some fish. A winter wolf. Do we have some new crag ogres? They have the same text as a normal ogre, though.
Hey.
I'm ready.
Hey. Hey.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Wow, those things are pretty weak. Breathing Mother deals 95.6 damage to Winter Wolf. She's kind of a badass. I love those ciphers.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Is that a new bestiary entry? No, they're just marked under wolf. I'm stealing all your fish, people, because it isn't stealing. This is free fish. Stalwart Fishery. Door appears to be barred from the inside. It does not budge. Tin Hat. Tin hats can be difficult to spot in the snowy landscape of the White March. Featuring an off-white coloration tinged by golden brown edges, the small mushrooms are often hidden along the bottoms of fallen birches. Stalwart locals often use them in cooking. Some bold individuals have used them to make an extremely potent tea, but varying reports on the brew claim it tastes vile and causes paralysis, hallucinations, and temporary blindness. Yum, let's get us some of that then. There's a crag ogre.
Hey.
Why won't it let me... Like, this is what I always do. It always lets me pull like that from... This is the weirdest shit. It's not doing anything. I don't get it.
I'm ready.
Of course.
Oh, there's a chanter back there. Fuck is everybody doing? There's a lot of weirdness going on here in general. Like, characters not doing anything.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
I have.
Alright, Adair, knock this guy down. You keep attacking him.
I'm ready.
Let's try. Mind Plague. There's something wrong with her. Her attacks aren't doing anything. She just holds the bow up and acts like she's shooting an arrow, but she's not doing anything. Watch. Yeah, see? Nothing happened. She's bugged out. I think I need to, like, reload my game or something. Sworn enemy! Because I can. Yeah, my main character is bugged out somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Speckleback jerky. Let's see, it gives you some endurance, intellect, and perception for 200 seconds. Speckleback fish are common in the cold waters flowing out of the White March. Their lean meat makes them ideal for curing and drying for use as jerky. Deerwoodens often salt their jerky, but stalwart locals cut specklebacks into thin strips and use smoke to cure them. Right. Alright. Sure.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
More new plants and stuff. Brinton Ban. These small fuzzy flowers grow in the cool climates of the White March's foothills. Though the petals are white, their yellow and lavender centers stand out in their snowy home. Clonfathans sometimes journey from the forest to collect the flowers for use in special ceremonies. Stalwart's locals learned the name from the friendlier members of the tribes. And ringer berries. Ringer bushes are extremely hardy and can be found even in the relatively barren upper reaches of the White March's mountains. The berries are extremely bitter and often cause sickness if ingested in any large quantity. Despite their toxicity, they are valuable to settlers for their ability to produce a vivid, color-fast red dye. So if I need to dye anything, I'm good to go here. Let me just quickly do something. I'm gonna F5. I'm gonna quit out to the main menu, and I'm gonna reload my game, and hopefully whatever's wrong with my character will be fixed.
Because she's not attacking. She's just going through the motions, pretending to shoot an arrow while not actually doing anything. And that I don't really care for. Look, I know she was traumatized by being stricken down to almost the point of death, but that's no excuse. And if this doesn't work, I don't know what to do. Try switching weapons. I'll try unequipping and re-equipping the weapon just to make sure that nothing untoward is going on. Alright, hopefully she's gonna function now. Adraban, fish. Yeah, we've read about White Adra before. Crag Ogre. See if this works now. Now it works.
Hey.
Ooh, there's War Leader Darzir. I didn't realize we were fighting the boss right here. Okay. Alright, well, Adair will keep all of them busy.
I'm ready.
Let's get a blessing going. Adair is up here doing his thing. Alright, cool. We already killed that one. Chanter, Cannoneer, Cannoneer. Let's blind the Chanter. Let's knock the War Leader down. Sworn enemy on the War Leader. Attack the Chanter. Go after him. Alright, weaken. Ogres, huh? Actually, no, let's paralyze him.
My mind feels...
Well, so much for the War Leader.
Following your lead.
My mind...
Where is it there exactly? It's right there. Dazed and confused. Oh, confusion is nice. Can make them allies.
Got him!
Sacre!
Detonate.
I have...
Alright, well that was no problem. See, this is how fights go for me. When I start them the right way. That shit you saw in CMOC's tent was most unusual. I got all kinds of gems, and I got a ring. The Ring of Changing Heart. 2 dominates per rest and +3 resolve. That's pretty nice. +3 resolve is nice. But... she might wear that instead of the Ring of Unshackling. But let's see what it says about it. Kailado, more commonly known as the Bronze Chanter, or simply Kai, was a famous singer and flautist from the old empire of Old Vailia. His exploits with women were even more famous than his skill with music. And though he claimed that his way with women came from his innate charm, he was never seen without a certain silver ring, even when he had divested himself of all else. So basically this guy was a rapist, is what you're saying. He was using his ring to dominate women and then have his way with them. In the end, it was Kai's own indiscretions that led to his demise. He dallied with an assassin known as Faldila Rugia, and then he comforted the niece of the woman's most recent mark. What was an unfortunate coincidence for Kai looked like a suspicious alliance to the assassin, and she killed him in his sleep to prevent him from spilling her secrets. Well, good riddance. Fuck that rapey motherfucker.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
Alright, let's keep moving.
Right.
So I've killed the guy. Did it update my quest? No. I have to kill all the rest of the ogres, I have a feeling. The people defending the town aren't doing shit. All ogres must be killed by me, right? Oh yeah, Durant's leveled up. Let's pump that lore a little bit. Oh, spell mastery. So this is a spell I can use once in encounter. Repulsing Seal once in encounter would be really nice. And still doubt. It's not a huge area. Armor of Faith once an encounter would be nice too. I'm gonna take Repulsing Seal as my spell mastery.
What?
So we need a keybind for that. Okay, good.
Your thoughts must.
So now he can do Blessing and Repulsing Seal each once per encounter.
Sure.
That's nice. Oh, there's a Winter Wolf just chilling by itself. I think she might be able to one-shot it if I sneak up close enough to backstab. Let's give it a shot. And I'm completely fucking wrong. That's not great. That wasn't really what I planned to happen. How much damage does she do? Oh, not very much. Look, it didn't give her the backstab damage. That's the weird thing. She was up nice and close. Maybe it doesn't work with Withering Strike. I don't know. Pull.
Hey.
Levaru beyond seek. Darzeer's fallen. Back to the matron now.
Oh, they're fleeing. I just had to kill that last member of Darzeer's enemy pack, I guess.
You're the one Renengild sent for! She'll want to speak with you. Her house is just up the way, next to the Gref's Rest.
The messenger pants, waving smoke away from his face. Stalwart, major positive.
Fire before the goddess!
Hurry! They're both in there!
We need to hurry and save... Keaty's house is burning. Alright, so... Renengild, the mayor of Stalwart, has summoned me to her house. No doubt she has additional information about Durgan's battery and what I'll need to do to breach the keep.
Be cautious. Be constant.
What's going on here?
The hut's coming down!
Please, you have to help! There's still people trapped in there!
The man puts his hands to his head, staring up at the burning house in horror.
Who's in there? It's Keaty, miss! The roof caved in on her, and the guard what went in to fetch her is surrounded by flames. Ain't got the muscle to pull her out, nor a means to fight those flames. Please!
Well, let me take care of this for you. After I quick save. The roof of this hut is almost entirely enveloped in flames, lighting the snow in stark orange hues. Several beams have been reduced to ember-dotted husks. Through the hut's threshold, you can see only billowing smoke. Fire roars as it climbs the timbers. The air feels thick and hot, and the building is a maze of flame. Withstanding the smoke and navigating the fire will be a challenge. Well, I think we'd better send Adair for this. Adair leaps over the burning threshold, plunging out of sight behind a wall of smoke. Inside the house, fire has pitted the walls and beams, and a thick haze rolls through the building. It is hard to see even a few feet ahead, save for the occasional glimpse of glowing timbers. Crouch down to avoid the smoke. Adair moves onward, through a haze of heat and soot. The hut groans and shifts as the blaze grows. With a mighty groan, the burning beam comes crashing down. Caught off guard, Adair is pinned beneath the heavy log. Push the beam away. Even reeling from the impact, Adair is still able to heave the debris away with relative ease. Adair gets back upright, a little winded from the ordeal. A sudden flashover singes Adair's arms. It doesn't stop Adair, but the pain steadily grows. Pressing forward, Adair comes at last to a wider room. To the left is a man, the source of the faint cries for help. He stands trapped behind a curtain of flame, arms raised to ward off the heat. It may be impossible to reach him without quenching the fires first. To the right, a woman lies unconscious beneath what appears to have once been the roof. She's small, but the rubble trapping her looks heavy. Smoke winds its way up and out into the open air, obscuring all sight of the outside. Stop and examine the situation to the right. This woman is trapped beneath a considerable amount of rubble, including a heavy crossbeam. A purpling bruise on her temple suggests that she was struck as the debris fell. Use a pry bar to clear the rubble. Adair sets the pry bar against a section of the crossbeam and, using every ounce of strength, strains to lift it clear. After a period of fruitless struggle, the beam finally begins to rise by slow degrees. With one great and final effort, Adair heaves the last of the rubble clear of the woman. Though still unconscious, the woman is free of the rubble and can now be moved. Carry the woman out. The woman is of slight frame, and carrying her proves easier than freeing her from the rubble. Adair hoists her carefully onto his shoulder. Turn away to help the man. Adair approaches the other victim. Smoke clogs Adair's lungs, and the heat has become unbearable. Adair will collapse soon. Adair hears a shriek of pain. Adair can see but the faintest outline of the man as he collapses and writhes, engulfed by flames. Behind Adair, fire and smoke rise in front of the exit. Retreat to the exit. Beset by smoked clog air, blistering heat, and burning debris, Adair is rapidly losing strength. With every passing moment, survival becomes more unlikely. Keeping a firm hold upon the unconscious woman, Adair turns for the exit. Adair clears the fallen beam with easy grace, avoiding the scattered embers and debris underfoot. The smoke clouds Adair's vision and makes it difficult to breathe, but Adair staggers onward. At last, Adair comes to the door, rushing out of the blaze and into the mountain air.
Katie, thank the gods you saved her.
Well, yeah. That's what I do, is save people. Or kill them. I do one of those two things, generally. I was sure that thing was coming down and taking your friend with it. The man wipes his brow and stares up at the collapsing house. At least you got Katie out when you did. As for poor Lurgolder... His eyes widen as a section of the roof collapses. He looks away, shaking his head. You look like you could use a drink. Take this over to Hafrix and have one on me. He flips you a couple flat, carved bones. I've gained 10 copper. Alright, well. Adair has major fatigue now. Wow. That's not great. We'll get the rest of these flames put out. Go on and have yourself a drink. People are running and they're trying to put out fire. And Katie is not available to be spoken to because she's unconscious. Oh, Winter Wolf. Got to get that fire out. We can't let the flames spread! Yeah. Alright, well... I feel like we've done a good thing. Ooh, look at all these places I can go. Durgan's Battery, Longwatch Falls, Russet Wood. Got some more of that Brenton Ban. Camping supplies, which I don't need. Not allowed to camp here. So there's a house I could go in, but I won't yet. There's a house I could go in, but I won't yet. You'll have to talk with Renegade. I'm just a messenger. The Gref's Rest, this must be the local inn. Ooh, look at the hot springs. That's cool. Here's a Durin. Talk to him in a moment. Barroth Spell. Some more. Lots of Barroth Spell grows by these hot springs.
Fresh fish, freshly caught.
This guy's like, the town just got attacked.
Fish, freshly caught.
The stalwart fisher, I can go in there now. Fresh fish guy's like...
Effigy's eyes! It looked at me! Ah!
Apparently he's very afraid of us for some reason. That's weird. dozen pair of globular eyes stare up piteously from the discarded heads of the day's catch, awash in a pungent sea of fins and innards. I'll sift through the fish scraps, why not? Your hand runs up against something round and fleshy, the size of a melon. It is smooth and scaleless, and parts seem to be covered in hair. A discarded head, perhaps, but not that of a fish. I'll poke the head. The head shifts deeper into the barrel's slimy recesses. I'll pull out the head. With one hand on either side of the head, you begin to lift it out of the barrel, only to have it leap from your grasp as the head's owner springs over the lip of the barrel in an eruption of fish chunks that rain down over the market stall. What the fuck? Zahua. The man who leapt from the barrel stands facing you, nearly naked save for a loincloth, and drizzled in fish viscera. He is covered head to toe in scars, tears and punctures in the thorny imprints of lashings. Most are faded like old memories. Despite that, the condition of the man's body is remarkable. The drooping skin at his flanks and elbows, the only evidence of his advanced age. His face is placid, but the rest of him appears prepared for anything.
You must forgive, Zawa. I was not expecting you.
He looks you in the eye at first, but his gaze drifts now and then, settling on strange parts of your face as though distracted by new discoveries. If he is at all flustered, he gives no indication. What were you doing in that barrel? Zahua scratches behind his ear, dismayed.
Resting my eyes, I thought. Waiting for the Malkachoa to bring me insight.
What is the Malkachoa? He shakes his head.
It would seem I dozed. A good thing my master was not alive to see it.
Zahua blinks, leaning in to get a better look at you. His enlarged pupils seem to crowd out his pale irises.
Are you real?
There's no way to be certain.
We shall let the matter rest for now, then. Until the Malkachoa wears off.
Malkachoa?
A small white mushroom. I have heard it called snowcap in these lands.
Oh, so he's a drug addict.
It can reveal the true nature of many things.
You have a master, you said? The man traces your inadvertent glance at his scars. He smiles politely.
A teacher, not an owner. Zawa is a free man. Well, as free as any of us.
I still don't understand why you were in that barrel.
I was freeing myself from vanity.
Did he say sanity or vanity?
Consider, how can one be vain who is bathed in the smell of dead fish?
There was a proud glint in his eyes. I hardly noticed the smell.
I had the idea when I passed this way earlier. I am pleased with the results so far.
So we got a crazy guy here. I like crazy people. He smiles at a woman whose head is swiveled toward him as she passes by, a look of revulsion on her face. Distracted, her toe catches on a stone and she nearly falls on her face. He claps his hands together.
Yes, quite pleased.
He laughs triumphantly. Those scars are from battle? Zahua glances down at his body.
From battle, yes. I left them upon my enemies.
He points at various patches of crisscrossing scars.
These were struck against fear. These against pleasure. These against hatred. Those down there against greed and doubt. And these were for vanity.
You made those scars?
I cannot take credit for all of them, but I did most of the good ones.
His mouth perks.
I put them there in battle to remind myself what is real and what is not. Our worst enemies are inventions of the mind, pleasure, fear, When we see them for what they are, we become unstoppable.
Right, that makes sense. And you have achieved this?
I feel I have been close, but never for more than an instant. In the moment when the pain is sharpest, the world becomes clear. In that moment, I am a match for anyone.
He gives a slow, assured nod. Alright, well, that's all the time we have for this episode, so we're going to continue talking to Zahua in our next episode. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity.